The year was 1824. America, still young, seemed united under one party, the Democratic Republicans. The old Federalists had faded, and the era of good feelings promised peace. But beneath the surface, ambition and division simmered. President Monroe's popularity masked growing tensions. The party was a big tent, holding men with clashing visions. With no common enemy, rivalries grew. The old system of congressional caucuses was crumbling. Americans wanted more say in choosing their leader. The nation was expanding, and new voices demanded to be heard. The unity was fragile, and the calm was deceptive. The 1824 election would be a family feud, not a party war. 4 men, all Democratic Republicans, would battle for the presidency. The stage was set for a political storm that would change America forever. 4 contenders emerged, each representing a different vision for America. John Quincy Adams of Massachusetts, brilliant, experienced, but distant. He dreamed of a nation led by reason and national purpose. Henry Clay of Kentucky, charismatic Speaker of the House, champion of the American system. He promised growth through infrastructure and industry. William H. Crawford of Georgia, the old guard's choice, but weakened by illness and fading influence. Andrew Jackson of Tennessee, the war hero, Old Hickory, a man of action and the people's champion. Jackson distrusted elites and promised to fight for the common man. Each candidate claimed the Democratic-Republican mantle, but their differences ran deep. Adams stood for strong government and progress. Clay was the deal-maker, the West's voice. Crawford clung to tradition, but his health cast doubt. Jackson was the outsider, a symbol of rugged democracy. The campaign was fierce, personal, and unprecedented. The old order was breaking apart. The election fractured the nation. No candidate won a majority. Jackson led in popular and electoral votes, but not enough to claim victory. Adams, Crawford, and Clay trailed, but the Constitution sent the decision to the House of Representatives. Only the top 3 could be chosen. Clay was out, but as Speaker, he held the balance of power. Washington buzzed with intrigue and backroom deals. Jackson expected the people's will to prevail. Adams and Clay, both nationalists, shared a vision for America's future. Clay distrusted Jackson, fearing military rule. In a pivotal move, Clay threw his support behind Adams. On February 9, 1825, the House voted Adams became president, thanks to Clay's influence. Adams had won without the popular or electoral majority. The result stunned the nation and left deep divisions. Jackson's supporters cried foul, convinced the system was rigged. The unity of the era of good feelings was shattered. A new era of political conflict had begun. Adams's presidency began under suspicion. Days after the House vote, he named Henry Clay Secretary of State, the traditional path to the presidency. Jackson's supporters saw this as proof of a secret deal, the corrupt bargain. Outraged, Jackson resigned from the Senate and began campaigning for 1828. The accusation haunted Adams, crippling his presidency. Jackson's followers, now calling themselves Democrats, blocked Adams at every turn. Adams's ambitious plans for roads, canals, and education stalled in Congress. The bitterness of 1824 poisoned Washington. Jackson became the champion of the common man, rallying against a corrupt elite. The corrupt bargain became a rallying cry for democracy betrayed. Adams' isolated struggle to govern. The political war was just beginning. The election's legacy would reshape American politics. The 1824 election shattered the old system and birthed a new political era. The Democratic-Republican Party split for good. Jackson's supporters formed the Democratic Party, fighting for the common man and states' rights. Adams and Clay's followers became National Republicans, later the Whigs, backing strong government and economic growth. The second party system was born: Democrats versus Whigs. Fierce partisanship replaced the old unity. Jackson's defeat fueled his movement. In 1828, he won the presidency in a landslide. Clay's reputation never recovered from the corrupt bargain. Crawford faded from national politics. The messy, bitter 1824 election made popular politics the new norm. Candidates now had to appeal directly to voters. The nation was transformed, tested by conflict, but moving forward. American democracy would never be the same.